This is a farce. This is one of the most ridiculous things that I have ever seen. I have never witnessed such an insane level of cockery from the police, from the school board. This is just honestly like really bad. Four Wakefield pupils suspended after the Quran was damaged at a school. And obviously, anyone that knows that's a great big no no. They will can't offend them, they'll cut your head off for stuff like that. Four pupils have been suspended from a West Yorkshire secondary school after a copy of the Quran was damaged by students. Wednesday's incident at Wakefield's Kettlethorpe High School happened when a copy of the Islamic text was brought in by a Year 10 pupil. Head teacher Tudor Griffiths said that the book remained intact and that there was no malicious intent from those involved. Now, from my understanding of what happened, a guy was walking with it. He dropped it, and as he dropped it, he kicked it, and it slid across the floor. Which, for any like, I do that, I do that like twice a day. Right, I'm a bit of a butterfingers. Right, I've done that where I've dropped something. I've done it with my phone where I've dropped it and then kicked my phone across the ground and everything. That's just something that can happen. So even when the staff came in and witnesses, they went, okay, it was an accident. It wasn't something that they meant to do, because the way it was portrayed is they were booting it up and down the corridor, but then witnesses came out and went, no, like teachers and students were like, that's not what happened. He dropped it and kicked it by accident. Head teacher Tudor Griffiths said, I've just read that, he held a meeting with concerned community leaders on Friday. Now, why did it get so much fuss? Well, that was because what had happened went out into the Muslim community, and instead of hearing the actual story, they heard the story that a bunch of kids were fucking booting the Quran up and down it. They were, jumping on it and surfing down the stairs with it. They were jumping up and dunking it into the basketball net, like all that type of stuff, right? That's what they heard. And then a bunch of little students, so these guys are about like, what, like 13, 14 years old, were getting death threats from very large, terrifying Muslim men, like hundreds of them. They were getting hundreds of death threats, these little school students. You know, I mean, that sounds, I mean, geez, oh, what a society to live in. Well, I'm just saying, that's a scary society to live in, isn't that? When you get people wanting to kill you because you accidentally scuffed a book. Almost sounds like that doesn't fit in with British values. But anyway, independent councillor for Wakefield East, Akef Akbar, called the meeting after being contacted by people for calling for more information. He said reports the Quran had been burnt or destroyed were untrue because, like I said, it was getting exaggerated when it was getting spread out there. And he had inspected the book himself during the meeting. Mr. Akbar said that he had been told the book had been taken to school as a dare by a pupil who lost while playing a Call of Duty video game with other students. I mean, that's a bit crap for a dare. Bro, I dare you to bring the Quran into school tomorrow. No, a dare is like shave one eyebrow off or something. They're coming to school with one eyebrow shaved. I don't understand how that's a dare. Maybe there's some context to that I'm not getting. While at the school, it sustained a light tear to the cover and smears of dirt on some of the pages. That was from it being kicked across the ground. Mr. Akbar said he understood it had been kicked around the school premises, a claim denied by the school. Head teacher Mr. Griffith said in a statement, "We would like to reassure all our community that the holy book remains fully intact and that our initial inquiries indicate there was no malicious intent by those involved." So there's the wee scuff that happened to the book. However, we have made it very clear that their actions did not treat the Quran with the respect it should have. I mean, apparently accidents don't happen sometimes, so whatever. So those involved have been suspended, and we will be working with them to ensure they understand why their actions were unacceptable. Now, I'm going to see if it even goes into the death threats and like the police response, by the way. This morning, we met with our local Muslim community leaders, local councillors, and police to share all the information we currently know, the action taken, and the immediate steps we have taken to reinforce the values and behaviour we expect from every member of this school community to ensure that all religions are respected. I can think of one major religion that's not respected in the UK. In fact, we're arresting its preachers in the streets. A spokesperson for West Yorkshire Police said they were liaising with the school. Initial inquiries have confirmed minor damages caused to the text, and officers are continuing to work closely with the school, they added. And that's the end of the article because, of course, this is the BBC and they're not going to be honest about the full picture. So even though these wee boys, now they're little like teenage boys, right, and they've got all these like scary Muslim guys online sending them death threats, do you know what happened? Instead of going in to protect the boys, the police like appeared, and you see them all. You see the Muslim leaders, and they're sitting there in the mosque, and they're talking, and the police are being so nice and so caring, and they've got the little kid gloves on, like, "Oh, hello, Muslim community, please don't murder our children." I mean, there should have been a full fucking investigation. I mean, Jesus Christ, I got an £800 fine for less. I wasn't online, like, threatening to murder 13-year-olds because they scuffed a book and all that, right? But I got an £800 fine, but instead the police were sitting there like, "Oh, please, please, we're so sorry. We're so sorry. Please, please, please don't say bad things. We don't want to look racist." And all this stuff. Another thing as well is they brought one of the kids' mothers, to the mosque, and she said, and they were like, "I want everybody to know that she's actually not pressing charges," and all of them were like, "Hmm," and like some of them clapped, but they were all like, "Hmm," as if they were like, "That's right," and she shouldn't. And it's like, no, like, I'm sorry, but if I've got a 13-year-old son and I've got these fucking idiots like threatening him because he scuffed a book by accident, nah, no, 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 nah, son, that's not getting left there. No, I'm not walking away for that. That's not getting left there. Right? It's just honestly, but the thing is, it's not surprising either. It's not surprising either. You know, if you're a Christian or anything like that, or if you're, you can get arrested in the streets, or if you're white and you accidentally scuff a book, you can get hundreds and hundreds of death threats, and you're treated like the bad guy for something that you did by accident and all that. But then the communities that obviously have some very, very violent lunatic people in them, they get treated with the kid gloves, and they get all the special treatment, and they get the apologies, and the police and the schools and everyone on their knees flogging themselves. "I am so sorry. Ah, bismillah." Fucking lot of shite. Absolute fucking lot of shite. There you go. That's Britain. Welcome. that's 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 just the way it is now. And it's a case of, no, it sounds bad, but I'm done. I'm laughing at it. I'm laughing at it because I mean you fucking need to. You need to in situations like this. I mean, it's a case of as well, see when it comes to the Quran itself and all that type of stuff. Yeah, yeah, free speech, have your little book and stuff like that. But I mean, if people want to buy a Quran and they want to burn it and set it on fire, I mean, that's their property. They can set it on fire if they want. That is their freedom of speech. That's just the way it goes. But, apparently if you're a wee schoolboy and you accidentally scuff the book, then hundreds of people from a community can threaten to murder you and behead you and set your house on fire while you and your family are asleep inside it. And it's that community that gets the apology and gets the institution and our tax money going towards appeasing that particular community. And everybody's wondering why everyone's getting so fucking jaded recently.